Why is this always muted? I don't do that. Unbelievable.
Start over.
Yeah.
You got to start over.
Hey, everybody. Welcome to the show. If you're new to the channel, I am your host, Robert, a.k.a. The Tall Man. Welcome to the show. This is my lovely wife, Lisa, and co-host, a.k.a. Mrs. Tall Man. Not that anyone ever calls her that. Oh, jeez, Louise. It's going to be a good show tonight.
When you start off muted,
Oh,
you know it.
Jeez, Louise. That is never muted. Never. I don't know. Anyway, we are coming to you live, unmuted, from cabin 15012 up here in the yacht club on the MSC Divina.
You mean we hope?
Yeah, we hope we're unmuted. Oh, anyway, so today we're going to cover Deck 6. It was a sea day today. Some of you already saw that earlier today. We went sort of with an emergency, not really an emergency, but we sort of turned the cameras on first thing this morning because, wow, what a day. Anyway, but we are live. That right there, that is outside of our balcony. That is balcony cam. That is our balcony that you're seeing there. We're watching the waves go by. And it is rocky tonight. Let me tell you, when I mean rocking, we are rocking hard. Woo!
We are, and you might even actually be able to hear the howl of the wind outside. It's been blowing.
Yeah. Well, we have the door cracked because of the cable out there.
Yeah, we do. So it's definitely howling.
Well, hello. Let's say hello to everybody, and then we'll get to Deck 6.
All right.
And we'll take it from there, okay?
All right.
So, Mama Tall Man, first one in tonight.
Hey.
Are we going to have a rocking show tonight, Robert? Yeah,
Oh,
we are having a rocking show.
We've been rocking all day.
Yeah, rocking with a mute button. Just a rocking and a rolling. Yes, we are. Hello, Bev. Welcome. Patricia, hello. As long as it rocks and not rolls.
Yes.
Well, we're going to go rock and roll. Just not roll over. Yeah. Hello, Macrina. Welcome. Gina Maxwell, hello to you as well. Thank you for being here again. Macrina, yes, rock on. Thank you for the thumbs up. Yes, we have the muted. Patricia says, by the way, good thing we know your script. Right?
Love it. Love it.
The early music today started, then you muted it. I muted the music. I didn't mute the microphones, but whatever. Anyway, Gina wants to know how's the weather. We'll talk about it in a minute, but in short, that's what it is. Good day, folks, from the Down Under Cruisers. Hello, welcome. And yes, and a happy Thanksgiving to you. We got a few more days before, but we're getting close.
Yes,
We're
happy
getting
Thanksgiving.
very, very close. And M is with us. Hello, M. How are you? Okay. That being said, we said hello to everybody. I know most of the people that are here to see Deck 6 here on the Divina. So shall we?
Let's do it.
Let's do it. Hey everyone, today Lisa and I are on the MSC Divina. We're in the forward elevators and stairs here on Deck 6. There's the stairs. They're very cool looking stairs on the ship. They're sort of open all the way, and it creates a really cool look. But we didn't come here to look at stairs. We came here to look at everything on Deck 6. So I'm going to stay to the right. And since we're all the way at the front, we're going to start off with the Pantheon Theater. You look over here to the right here, there is a ladies' room, which is also handicapped accessible. Which you see this theater, guys. What a beautiful entranceway. There's a ramp over here for people with mobility challenges. And this is the main entrance to the theater. Here's where our seating is for the yacht club. Look at this. Right. This is a 12-plus-year-old ship, but it is very, very modern looking. Does not look like it's 12 years old to me. Beautiful stage design. You've got stairs to get up there to the balcony because there's also a very big balcony. If I had to guess, and they're working on a new show. They've got the desk down here for doing controls, so they're dialing in a new show. Look at the lighted steps. digging this. Again, there's a ramp over here to take you down. Just take you all the way so you can see it. Right? So that way there, if you have mobility challenges, you don't have to worry about the steps. And you can park your wheelchair or scooters right here. Still have great views, right? Speaking of views, there's not one pole in the way, is there? Every single seat has great vision. The only poles I see are right here. All the rest of them are all the way at the edges. Wide, clear span. Amazing. All right, so let's move on. We're going to stay to the right here. We're actually going to enter the casino, but beforehand, men's room. So accessible at each access to handicap bathroom as well. Here's your casino. Let's see if we can get through here without getting in trouble. There's your bar over there. Piazza del Doge. We're just going to stop here. Here's what I call the mid-forward stairs, because there's elevators here, elevators here, elevators here, and elevators here. So it can be confusing because there's 4 elevator banks. So this is the forward mid elevators. Hopefully that makes sense to you. All right, so here is a little, this is the cigar lounge. So there's a dedicated cigar lounge in here, even though it says, thank you for not smoking in this area. It's a cigar bar that you can't smoke in, though maybe it's just now, but during open hours, it's okay. It does have a smell in here like people have been smoking in here, but I just kind of find it funny that there's a sign in the cigar bar that says, thanks for not smoking. Maybe not. Maybe you're not allowed to smoke in the cigar lounge now. I don't know. All right, look at this, guys. You have one of your jewelry stores right here. Watches and different things. We'll try to get some video of that at a different day. Some pastries and coffees, and like a minute bar, there's drafts and stuff here as well. Let's continue down the right side. I call this the mini mall. The mini mall. Alcohol and tobacco right here. What's really nice about MSC ships, they have these deck plans everywhere, which is really cool. What I do find interesting, at least in a few cents, well, there's your red dot, and there's your red dot. That's where we are, which is back towards the center atrium. There's another one of the kiosks for registering your card. There's another one up here. There's a nice seating area here in the middle. Stairs with the Schwartz Creek crystals. Here is the main excursion desk. The one that was down on 5, even though stuff happens there, it's really meant to be a second reception desk if it's really, really, really busy. But I do believe they use that for excursions and shopping. But here's the main excursion desk. And another kiosk. Elevators and stairs. More shopping over here. Sunglasses and things. Some more watches. Look at this. A little candy store. All kinds of things in there. There's also some toys, some Barbies and things. So now we're towards the back of the ship, and there is a restaurant in here. Okay, let's take a look. Now that is not the main entrance. The main entrance is on the other side, but we're sort of cheating because of the video here. This reminds me a little bit about the other restaurant, the layout. You can't go all the way around, only a little bit. Little section is raised, so you have to watch your step. You're coming and going from this section. And a smaller section on this side upstairs here. We saw the downstairs area in an earlier video. Okay, and there's the upstairs. And here's the main reception for the second floor here. Second floor of the restaurant, or deck 6 as it is. Again, the black crab. Didn't show you there. Men's room and women's room right here on this side. Sorry, I forgot to show you the bathrooms. And I forgot to show you the backside of the elevator. Remember, we're right here. So now here's the thing. There's another part of the ship back here on deck 6. We can't get there because the kitchen is in the way. And so what we're going to do, we're going to finish all of this, and then we'll show you what it's like back there. But you can see there's, I'm not going to call it a hidden area, but there are older ships, the design of them, you can't always walk all the way through because the kitchen always seems to be somewhere in the way to prevent you from completely going through. So let's go ahead and finish this side, and then we'll get to the back of the ship and show you that deck 6 all the way back. If you want to book a future cruise, here is your future cruise area. Okay. Another bar out here where you can get some coffee or alcohol. Stairs and elevators. It's the main stairs and elevators here in the atrium. And it was the bar I was talking about. I believe every single bar has got a cappuccino machine. So if you're into coffee, every single bar here will have one. Another kiosk for registering your credit card. Another map. I said MSC is very good about placing a lot of ship maps all around so you don't get lost. All right, so we saw this from the other side. Nice cool little area. Stay to the right where there's a ramp, so you don't have to worry about the stairs. There's a clothing shop. If you need a new handbag, a clutch, or heck, guys, you want a tie? There's a shop here for that as well. Another kiosk for registering your card. Stairs and elevators right there. I almost missed this. Here's sort of the back entrance to the arcade. Right, so that was sort of, we'll go out so we can go in the right way. I just saw it and didn't want to miss it. If you go just a little bit further, morning, you can see it right here, the arcade. Now as arcades go, it's a little bit on the small side. There's just a few games in here. I mean, that's it right there. But there's another arcade up on deck 16. So this is the one on deck 6. So we'll show you one on deck 16 later. There's a set of stairs here that you can get up and down from deck 7 to get down here into the casino. I would say by normal standards of what a lot of cruise ships that people go on, this is a pretty small casino. Okay, but guys, that's it. We've come full circle here. Now, remember, we still have an area of deck 6 to see that's at the other end of the ship. And we can only get there by going up and over. So I'm just going to fast forward this and we'll see you on the other side. He said I could go under. So this is your rear elevators and stairs. Okay, and so you can get here to the Via Rosa, which is another restaurant. Remember, you can't get there from any other spot in the ship on deck 6. So you have to walk through deck 7 to come down to deck 6. Good morning, everybody. They're having a meeting. And so here is your restaurant here at the back of the ship on deck 6. And we'll just go through real quick since they're having a meeting. Very bright in here, which is awesome. Love the rich colors, the golds, oranges. We'll get to the other side. We're going sort of backwards. Normally we stay on the right. And hopefully they're not too upset that I interrupted their meeting. They seem to be okay. Here's the middle area of the seating. Okay. And there's a little seating over here on this side. Okay. Again, don't forget, if you are scheduled to be in this restaurant, you can only get here by coming through the back elevators or stairs, but coming from deck 7 down or 5 up. Okay, so women's restroom on this side. There was a men's restroom on the other side. All right, so that's it. That's your complete tour of deck 6. Let's get up to deck 7, and we'll see you in another video. Ciao.
Well, there you are, everybody. We'll just give you a live look outside of our cabin. We are on deck 15 here on the MSC Divina. For those of you joining us late, we are 100% live, and that is balcony cam, all right? So we wanted to make sure we gave you a look at that since we have a lot of new people that joined in while we were doing the deck tour. I am, again, Robert, a.k.a. your host, a.k.a. the tall man, not a.k.a. your host. It's my lovely wife, Lisa, a.k.a. Mrs. Tallman. And, yeah, so we're on here for another 6 days. Today was day 4, and it was a rough day here on the ship. For a lot of the people who are part of the channel, who've been part of the Tall Man Clan for a while, noticed, because they have the notification bell, right? You know, if you subscribe to a channel and you hit that little bell icon, it actually will notify you when there's a new video on the channel. So if you want to subscribe, if you feel, again, feel free, but thumbs up, all that fun stuff. But anyway, they obviously saw a notice because we didn't plan it, but it was so nasty this morning. We have a lounge. The yacht club has a lounge all the way in the front of the ship. That's called the Top Sail Lounge. And so I brought the computer and one of our cameras, like balcony cam, and I just stuck it up there, and so you see out the ship, the waves and the actual waves of rain, waves of water, and all the rocking was going on. We had that sucker on for 2 hours, and man, it was brutal. The interesting thing is, it hasn't stopped.
No.
The rain stopped around 2-ish, I think, somewhere around there. But the winds and the waves have not seemed to calm down one bit.
No, they haven't. The ship has been rocking today.
Yep.
Yeah.
Winds are blowing at about 40 knots sustained, with gusts higher. So for anybody that's ever been on a ship before with those winds, you probably relate and know what I'm talking about. We've also told you in previous videos we have friends on the ship with us. The husband, he didn't even get out of bed today.
No.
He wasn't feeling so good.
No.
Him
Him and a lot of other people I suspect on the ship. Yeah.
So so it was a rocking day, and it's still rocking right now. And so I'm surprised you don't hear the wind through the microphones coming through there. But let's get back to some of the comments here.
All right.
Mama Tallman says, I would be sitting there with my life jacket on. It's not that bad, Mama Tallman. It's okay.
It's not that
It's
bad.
okay.
We've actually been on worse rocking as far as ships go. Yeah.
Patricia's like, so right, Mama Tallman. Come on, y'all. It sucks, but it's not that bad.
It's not that bad. It's just,
Though we were taking on water last night. I went up to deck 18 to try to, from here we have this internal elevator inside the yacht club. Takes us up to 18 where the pools and the hot tubs. I wanted to get out to take a little bit of video, and there was water pouring into that elevator shaft. I'm like, ooh, I sure hope they've got a bilge pump going down there. M says, that theater is very, very fancy.
It is.
I would just call it elegant, right?
Elegant.
It's very elegant. It really is. Oh, yeah, and that's what Mamie says. Yes, it's an elegant theater, right? I don't think it's, but it's simple, too, right? It's not like over the top.
Exactly. It's just very classy looking.
Yeah. Hello, Dr. Cherie.
Hey.
In fact, M says, in my opinion, that ship is fancy. Yeah, it's got a really almost modern, contemporary design to it.
But at the same time, it's very comfortable.
Yeah.
It's not, one of those, ooh, I better not even touch that or I'll destroy it. It's not that feel at all. It's like, ooh, that looks very inviting. I'm going to just plop myself down. It's very comfortable.
Especially, I love the large, rounded seating areas.
Yeah, me too.
Very, very cool.
It is.
And by the way, M agrees with Mamie Radar. Welcome, True Texan Girl. How are you doing today? Speaking of welcome, Arcade and Travel Adventures.
Hey,
it's been a while.
Welcome back,
Welcome back, and we'll show you the rest of the arcade on deck 16 here in a few days from now when we do that broadcast. So we'll show you all of the arcade, of course.
Welcome back.
Oh, Em's gonna go do her dishes and put away her food. She'll be back.
Okay. All right.
Karina says that was fantastic this morning. Thanks for that surprise. Well, you're welcome. It was one of the, we noticed overall, even during that time as well as through the rest of the day, it just didn't seem like there was a lot of movement around the ship.
Agreed.
Right? Of course, it was raining, so nobody's out by the pool. And, the cruise director and their staff, they changed how the day would go for events because they're supposed to have some outside events. Of course, that couldn't happen, right? So they moved it here and then changed it there and did some things like last night. Karaoke got canceled because they needed that club to do the deck party they normally would have done. And anyway, so, but, and we did leave the yacht club to go down, into some of the other decks. It just seemed like people were staying still. There wasn't a lot of movement.
Except maybe in the buffet.
The buffet had we were up there at like, what, it's like 3:30, 4 o'clock?
Yeah.
And there was some movement up there.
There was a lot of people up there still.
And the rain had stopped by that point.
It did.
So.
It did.
Yeah. Anyway, but not a lot of movement. I think most people just sort of chilled out, stay where they were, because when a ship's rocking, if you're just hanging out in your cabin laying down, or just even in a seat in lower decks, just chilling, it doesn't bother a lot of people. It's when you're moving around and slamming into the walls as you're trying to walk straight, that messes with a lot of people.
Yeah, it was definitely very hard to walk in a straight line today.
Yeah.
We saw some people playing cards and reading books, and so everybody was just kind of, it was just a lazy kind of a day.
Yep.
But,
Yep. Antonio says, hello, everyone. Robert and Lisa, how would you compare the atmosphere, food, and entertainment on the ship you're on to a Carnival ship? Okay, Antonio. I'm going to answer this a couple of ways. This particular ship of MSC does not stay in America very long. And so they operate slightly different because this mostly caters to Europeans. And Europeans really do have a different way of cruising than us Americans do. So, like the sail away party, respectfully, non-existent. I mean, it was there, but it just wasn't all that exciting. It really was not.
Europeans don't typically show up to the sail away parties.
No. So
it was very sparse.
Outside of that, I've seen a piano player, I've seen a saxophone player, I've seen a guitarist. There's a duo in one of the clubs right now doing some salsa music. They sound great. We have not seen any of the production shows yet. Our friends saw the Magician last night and was full-blown production. They said it was fantastic.
Yeah.
So on the other MSC ships that we've been on, the shows were good. When we first started, the shows weren't so good, and they've just started getting better and better and better. Because those ships stay in America all the time. And again, we're used to cruising a different way. Food, however, we can 100% quote on. The food is way better on this ship than it is on Carnival.
In my opinion,
it really is, guys. And I'm not talking about the food that we're getting in the yacht club, because we've also been on 5 other MSC ships before this one and not in the yacht club.
And
so,
plus, we've been in the buffet.
We did eat in the buffet for lunch today.
A couple times.
Yep. Mm-hmm. So, absolutely. And for the prices, man, you just can't beat it.
No, you really can't.
We've run into, spoken to many people that, Carnival. Now we're on this. They're now here. And again, let me also give the public service announcement. MSC did not pay us or comp us or do anything. We are here on our own dollars. We spent hard-earned money to get up here into the yacht club because this was the only way we were getting up here. For those of you who have followed our channel, we've tried to get up here before, and on one ship, we managed to get a tour.
We did.
We couldn't, they wouldn't allow us to video it, but we were at least able to walk through and check it out. But we figured if we're going to really, truly experience it, we're going to have to break down and do it. So we did one of the bidding things, which somebody wants to know how that works, so I'm going to talk about that in a minute. And we actually won our bid, and so we got upgraded into the yacht club. And so here we are. Just food amazing. Now, the yacht club food is slightly better than the regular main dining and the buffet food and stuff. So
yeah, it is.
So hopefully that answers your question, Antonio. Nurse Tara, hello everyone. Chris, welcome back, buddy. Hey now, glad you have your sea legs back, or at least a little bit anyway. Yeah, it's rocking hard, guys. It really is. But I wear the patch and I take the pills. We've talked about this before. It doesn't bother me. I mean, I can feel it. I can feel my body shifting when I'm trying to walk, but I don't feel it. Does that make sense? Right? Anyway, I know I'm doing this going down as I'm trying to walk straight.
Everybody's doing this.
It just doesn't bother me. Where, if I wasn't on the meds, I'd be green and passed out. So, Captain, no, we haven't asked about the captain yet, Danny, but we're getting there.
Hi, Danny.
We're at least going to try it for the cruise director. We're going to start there. We're going to get our foot in the door. And then we may try to wedge it open a little bit more. We'll see. Student says, thanks for the info. I just might try an MSC ship. Oh, dude, you everybody should. Really.
Yeah, we love it. We really do.
Seaside, Seashore, Seascape, I believe those 3 here. Magnifica, we've been on that. That's great. It comes out of mostly
Port Canaveral, isn't it?
Port Canaveral. And then there's the Meraviglia that comes out in New York. We haven't tried that one yet. So
no, we have not.
But if you want to try one of the seas, Seascape, Seashore, Seaside, we've got videos on that. In fact, Antonio, I think you were with us in chat when we were on those ships. So, I would highly recommend this to anybody, right? I was just trying to look up some prices and stuff while the video was going. And you can pick up a 3-day for like $200 and something bucks per person. I just, knowing the class of the food and the class of the service, again, outside of the yacht club, a couple $100.
That's prices from like the 80s.
Yeah.
It is.
Yeah. It just, man, I don't know.
Yeah.
How can we definitely, wow. Oh, you can hear the wind.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, here, hang on, Lisa. Let's do this.
Okay.
And I'm not actually, I'm about...
You're about 5 feet.
4 or 5 feet from the door?
Yeah.
Yeah. Let me turn the gate back up.
Yeah, he's about 5 feet from the door. And the door is literally cracked, just enough for the cable to go through.
So yeah, it's howling out there. We for safety reasons, the dining room here on the Divina for the yacht club is in the back of deck 15. The yacht club is in the front of the ship. So you got to go to the back to go to dinner. And so we're on deck 15, our cabin, so we just walk out, go out the door, and just keep on walking and eventually get there. But there's an air. It is so windy that we went down to deck 7, took deck 7 all the way to the far side of the ship, and then the elevator up. It's just it's just dangerous windy out there.
Yeah, when we were walking on deck 15 today, I was literally holding my hands out, and it felt like I was almost, parachuting or something.
It was crazy.
So windy. And then there's this one area that the wind whips around the back of the ship and pushes you. So I'm like struggling to move forward, and then all of a sudden it's like whoosh, it just pushes you.
Yeah.
So it was a little strange, but yeah.
Yep.
Oh well, very windy.
Em says again, have to leave my phone again, be right back. All right, leave the phone, enjoy your pee break. James says, is this an Arctic cruise? You're frozen. No, it's not. It's actually, it was outside of the rain, the temperatures are probably mid 80s, lower 80s.
Yeah, it's comfortable.
It's very, very comfortable out there. Even in the wind, it's comfortable.
Yeah.
Because it's blowing warmer wind. It's just
blowing
the
quickly.
wind is what's uncomfortable, not the temperature.
Yeah, it's howling.
Hello, Valerie. Welcome.
Hi.
Macrina says, yep, that's howling. I am hearing impaired, and I can hear it. Yeah.
Oh my goodness.
All right, so we've had a few questions that people needed answers to, and we found those out for you. So let's get to a little Q&A, shall we?
Sure, let's do it.
Let's do it.
All right.
And of course, it wants you to freaking log in again.
So let's see. First, we wanted to let you know the maximum capacity on the ship is approximately 4,500 passengers, and we are currently sailing with approximately 4,200 passengers.
Wow. So near capacity.
Near capacity.
Wow.
All of the cabins are sold out, and they have a big, sign on the guest services desk. We are sold out. So let's see. Is Tuesday here?
I'm not sure if
I haven't seen Tuesday either.
We can say it now, and we'll come back and do it again.
Okay, yeah. Tuesday, several days ago, had asked about having door decorations on the outside of your door in the yacht club, and they do allow that. I will say I've only seen one door decoration outside the yacht club, and it was very simple, happy anniversary magnet. I haven't seen any others out there, but they are allowed just as long as, of course, it doesn't damage the door. Let's see. Macrina wanted to know about the yacht club, if there are daily activities. They have things such as, high tea.
Their cocktail party.
Yes, but as far as daily activities like bingo and trivia and things like that, they do not have any specific to the yacht club. Okay. Let's see. Chris was wanting to know what the gratuities are for normal cabins and again for the yacht club. The normal cabins, the gratuity is $16 per person per day. For the yacht club, it is $20 per person per day. So it is a little bit higher. Let's see. Chris and Christina wanted to know how long Ushti's contract is for. He did say it is for 7 months. And then Valerie wanted to know what American channels are on the TV. So we have CNN, TCM, the Travel Channel, HGTV, the Food Network, Discovery. There's a cartoon channel, I believe it's Cartoon Network.
It is. It's CN.
It is CN. Okay. And then Nick Onboard, as well as ESPN and ESPN2. So those are the channels on the TV.
Well, there you go.
Yeah.
All right. So, and then somebody left a comment after wanting to know about the whole bidding thing, which we'll talk about here in just a second.
Okay.
But Danny, I put the email up there for you, buddy. If you didn't see it. Nope, that's the Facebook group. Sorry. There it is. Just send me an email there, buddy. tallmanscruiseadventures@gmail.com. Oh, speaking of group cruise, look what I did.
What
Look
did
what
you
I've
do?
done. I forgot to turn the widget back on.
Oh, yeah. Where's our countdown?
There it is. Group cruise. Right up there. Anyway, you want to go on the group cruise? Send an email there. We'll talk more group cruise stuff in a minute.
Yeah.
Danny just wanted to know that.
Okay.
McCrean like, Danny, really? Nope, it's sold out. You're too late, buddy. Chris says, well, I'm not sure if you answered this. How much did you bid for the yacht club that you won? I don't 100% remember. It was like 1,000 a piece or 12. It was around the 1,000 mark, like 1,000, 1,100, something like that. I just forget exactly how much.
Yeah,
so
that sounds about right.
It was the entry level, if you will, was low enough. I'm like, I mean, look, let's just see what happens. Whatever. If we get it, great. If not, oh well, it's okay. Maybe the next time. So anyway, McCrean says the $20 a day is still a bargain for all the butlers too. Oh my God, yeah.
Yeah.
Without a doubt.
Oh my goodness, yes.
Yeah. Chris says, so $8 more a day per night for the club. Not bad considering everything they do. It's just what I said.
Yeah.
Absolutely. So somebody, and I didn't make note of the name, but wanted to know about how the bidding works and what it's all about. So I'm not sure if every cruise line does, but almost all that we sail on. What happens is once you book a cruise, if it's far enough out in advance, meaning you're not booking it 3 days before it sails, you'll get another email that says, hey, congratulations, you qualify to bid for a higher another cabin. You're in an inside cabin, and you know what? If you want, you can bid to get an ocean view or a balcony or a suite or whatever it is, right? Just click here and start the bid process. Okay, great. So you click on the email and it takes you to, a site. We were talking a lot about the Royal Up bidding last night because it sort of kicked us out, which I don't understand why. But anyway, so you click the link and it takes you to a separate page and it lists out some of the rooms from spacious inside. I'm talking about Royal now. Ocean view, spacious ocean view, boardwalk balcony. What's the inside cabins with the TVs in there? Virtual balcony, interior virtual balcony cabins, regular balcony. I mean, there was a whole list. In each one, there's a little sliding bar. You just take your mouse and you slide the bar, and as you slide the bar, the dollar amounts get higher, and there's a little graph next to it, like a little speedometer, right? And when it's flat like this, before you start moving the little slider, it's at $0, and you're not getting anything. If you move it so it goes up one tick, well, you're probably not going to get anything there either. And so you just keep on sliding until you're comfortable with that amount of extra money. Okay? So, and you do that for as many of the cabin types as you want. And then you hit submit. That asks you for your credit card. So you put your credit card information in your email and all that stuff, and you hit submit. Now, it does not charge a credit card. It's just now you're in this holding period, hoping and praying that you get your upgrade. And it's not, in my opinion, the true sense of the word bid. It's not like you're on
eBay.
Well, no, what's the other... we see commercials for them on TV. I got this iPad for $25.35.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about, but I can't think of the name of it.
It's not like that. You put your price in and you're done. And so it's not like all of a sudden 5 minutes later somebody else puts a price 3 cents higher than you and you can go back in and move it. You can go back in and adjust your prices, but you're not technically bidding against other people in a live sort of way. You just set the dollar amount that you're comfortable with, hit submit, okay, and you're done.
It's almost like, what do you call it, a blind bid?
Sort of, yeah. So in the end, usually within 2 weeks, 10 days to 2 weeks from a cruise, you'll get an email. Congratulations, you're getting an upgrade. Or, we're so sorry, we cannot accommodate your request at this time. You did not win the bid, something like that. And so ultimately, that's what happened to us here. We got that email. I went in. I went up 2 ticks. Just, I usually do one, but I did two. I'm like, okay, we can.
It's the yacht club.
It's the yacht club. We can handle that. Okay,
Yeah.
we go do that. Two ticks, and a couple of the other cabins too. I did that, and sure enough, we won. And sorry, wrong button again. Went the wrong way. So we won, and here we are up in the yacht club. By the way, speaking of the yacht club, that is a camera on my balcony looking down the side of the ship. So that is literally a live look right 5-6 feet to my left. Okay, because we're sitting right next to the, here. We've done this before. I love doing this. I really do. There, we're just turning the camera. See, we're sitting right there. There's the door. You won't be able to see. I don't know. Can you actually, here, let me go to full screen. Maybe you can see better here. Oh, that's the light pole. Yeah, all you're doing is seeing reflection. Yeah, sorry. But you can see the balconies right there. Anyway, let's go back to this look. And we'll move this back here.
There you go.
But yeah, it's a live look right outside our balcony right now. Here we go. That's about good, I guess. Okay.
That'll work.
All right. So then, of course, if you won your bid and you've already printed your luggage tags and all those things, you'll have to reprint them because everything's changed.
Yes.
Okay. So we did that, right? So anyway, Tom says, "Hello, Robert and Lisa. Welcome." Wow.
Hello, Tom.
ESPN and ESPN2. Wow.
Yeah.
If I was there, you could watch the b-ball game I'm going to watch tonight at 11. There, you could. It may be on a TV somewhere. They actually had.
They had football on.
Up on the big jumbo screen by the pool.
Over the TV. Over the pool.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yep.
I was surprised because that's something Carnival usually says, no, we're not going to put a game up.
Chris says, Robert, Carnival doesn't have a bidding system like Royal Up. Not that I've seen. I mean, back in the day, there was no systems like this at all for any of the cruise lines. It's weird how the wind just stops like that.
I know.
It literally just stopped. And then
it starts up again.
It's so weird. Anyway, so back in the day when I used to walk to school 14 miles barefooted, man, you used to just hope and pray for an upgrade. Anyway, what used to happen was it was typically by status. The higher status you are, those typically are the people they ended up handing upgrades to. And so what they would do is people who used to stay in either insides and or ocean views, they would move them up to balconies and suites, pretty much balconies because there was no suites. A lot of those back in the day. Excuse me. And then they would be able to. It is much easier to sell a $300 cabin than a $3,000 cabin.
Exactly.
So they move somebody up into the $3,000 cabin so they can sell that $300 cabin again to make that money. Now, I know that sounds strange, but that's what they used to do to fill their ships. And so Carnival just seems so slow to adapt to industry trends. I don't know what they do, but in all these cruises that we've taken from them recently, I don't remember one option to actually upgrade our cabin from them.
I haven't seen that in years, to be honest.
Virgin, Royal, Celebrity, MSC, Princess, I believe.
Yeah. But they all started basically selling their upgrades.
Correct.
Which that's like Robert said, that used to be just handed out to those who
So now they're making money on it.
Yeah, now they're making money on it.
Making money on everything they can. They, you know, used to be able to sit wherever you want. Now, if you want to sit over in this little section, you got to pay more money. You want that cabana that's on the water there at Coco Cay? That's $2,700 for the day.
It is.
Never mind your cabin.
It's crazy.
So anyway, so hopefully the person that was looking for information on bidding, that's how it works. Okay? The Down Under cruisers say, and how do you think your balcony feels having a camera exposed it to the world? And how do you think your balcony feels having a camera expose it to the world? Well, the good news is I'm not actually exposing my balcony. I'm exposing the side of the ship. So, you know, I think he's okay, or she's okay. I don't think she's upset.
Yeah, I think the balcony's okay.
Yeah, I think so. Hey guys, just getting here. Welcome, Justina. I hope everyone is doing well. We're rocking pretty heavy, but we're doing okay.
Yep.
Just have some more cocktails and it'll balance itself out. Might be time to go find Gushti.
Yeah, might be.
Oh no, we can't because we didn't start until 10. It was already closed.
Oh, that's true. We're on ship time is different from Eastern Standard Time these days.
Yeah, we changed an hour today, so we pushed an hour ahead.
Yeah, it's almost 11 o'clock for him.
Yeah, he should be done by now.
Yeah.
Anyway, Danny says in January they play all the NFL playoff games on a big screen by the pool on the Jubilee.
Okay.
Yeah. So sometimes ships do, sometimes ships don't. It's one of those things. Sometimes you just need to ask, and if there's enough people asking, it'll get done. So, but it makes sense.
Yeah.
You know, if you're on the Jubilee, it's coming out of Texas. A lot of football fans. I mean, man, football in Texas is a religion.
Yeah, just about it.
They have like implemented laws about how much you can practice for football in Texas. It's crazy. McCrean like, time for a refill. What special treat? Oh, where's our glass box?
It's behind the computer.
Patricia wants to know what special treat we got in our glass box.
No, it's behind the computer.
All right, well, I can't get behind there. You can.
You could. It was right in the dead center.
I've got all this high stuff over here that I'll knock over and fry the computer. Lisa thinks it's some kind of biscotti.
Yeah.
Oh, and they fell over.
Whoopsie, they sure did. All right.
Oh, hang on. We'll go back to the regular view here. Hang on. Some kind of biscotti?
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking.
Some kind of nut in it?
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. Oh, crap. That's hard rock.
Mm-hmm. But it's good, though. It tastes like a shortbread.
Mm-hmm. Aren't we supposed to dip this into something wet?
I don't think so.
Like a coffee or a tea?
I mean, if you want, I'll go get you a coffee.
No, I don't drink coffee. Why would you give me a coffee?
You wanted coffee or something to dip it in.
I'd just rather dip it into a strawberry daiquiri. Let's see here. Chris also wants to know, do you think Carnival would have success if they had a sweet neighborhood, a diamond lounge for their loyal customers? Hard to say. I don't see why not. I don't see why not.
That's a good question. Something to ponder.
Yeah. I feel they would sell it. Without a doubt.
I would think they would.
I mean, MSC is able to fill their yacht clubs. The Haven, I'm assuming, stays mostly full all the time on NCL.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm sure there's plenty of people that would like that extra service, that extra area on a ship, just like here. And so
I would think so, yeah.
But I mean, that's a big design thing, right? Mm-hmm. It's not like you can take an old ship and add that kind of thing to it. That's really designed from the beginning before the ships are built.
I would tend to agree, yeah.
Maybe we see something like that in their new class of ships that they've decided to build.
Maybe.
That they announced a few months back.
Yeah, because they haven't really talked about any designs other than that there are going to be changes and a lot more.
And bigger.
Yeah, a lot more things.
Yeah.
So maybe, who knows?
I think we've... Oh, thank you very much, by the way, for the thumbs up.
Yeah, thank you all for the thumbs up. I really appreciate it.
If you haven't done so already, hit that thumbs up button, subscribe, become part of the Tall Man Clan. It is free to you, cost you nothing. Nothing. I know nothing. Sorry. Come join us. We do stream live every night, Wi-Fi permitting, on all the ships that we cruise on. Mm-hmm. Tell you about the day, show you deck tours and things around the ship, and we do it like no other. At least we feel that way. And to include cabins, we typically get anywhere between 10 and 15, 16, 17 cabins. We show them all to you as well. So come join us and be part of the Tall Man Clan.
Thank you
very much. All right. So yeah, if Carnival's on their newer, larger ships that are going to come out, if they had an exclusive area for those who bought into that area, the suites or whatever. Absolutely. I didn't think I would enjoy it as much.
Oh, we are totally enjoying this.
Oh,
so
yeah.
pampered.
Yeah.
So pampered.
Only because we're not used to it, right? I mean,
Yeah.
that's why I'm like, you know what? The whole butler thing, you know what? Anyway, we got to get through that door just so we can video. That's what it was about. Now all of a sudden it's like, man,
We're spoiled.
what time does Kushti go off so I can get another cocktail?
Yeah, we're a little spoiled right now.
Yeah. So I absolutely feel that Carnival would have huge success if in their new designs they had an area, their version of the ship and ship concept. So anyway. Did you? We did, Justina. You missed it. His contract is 7 months long.
Yes.
Okay. True Texan Girl says, "LOL. It's funny because it's true. Football is the devil." When I was stationed in El Paso when I was in the military, and it was of course much younger, and that's when I learned about. I'm not kidding. The Texas government that the governor and they literally have laws on the books that prevent these football teams from practicing 365 days a year. You have to have off time. So there's a set number of hours that these football teams, high school and colleges for that matter, are allowed to practice. It's just crazy. I think so. Let's go back to balcony cam.
All right.
Dan, I did it again. Balcony cam went the wrong way.
You're a mess with those buttons.
I know. Patricia says, Lisa's correct. Take tiny bites, Robert. I tried. Yeah, that thing, it needs to be dipped in something. It's kind of like Oreo cookies have to be dipped in milk. I mean, they just do. They're just screaming to be dipped into milk. Or those Entenmann's chocolate donuts. Anybody ever have those Entenmann's chocolate donuts?
Yeah.
They scream to be dipped into something.
They do, don't they? Oh.
Yep. True Texan Girl says, you dip them in coffee.
See?
At least I know what you're supposed to do with them, but I don't like coffee.
Well, I offered to get you coffee.
Macrina says, dip it in the daiquiri. I would do that, but I don't think it'll...
But you ran out.
I'm out.
And Christy's off.
Or hot milk. Ooh.
I don't know about hot milk.
Yeah.
I just kind of went,
Timmy's like, ooh, it sounds soft and delicious. Soft my... Mama Tallman says, those are dipping cookies. Mm-hmm. Love it with some tea. Down on the cruises, I have just learned a really good way to extend the cruise on the last night. Just tell the captain that due to a lack of interest, tomorrow has been canceled.
Yeah, I don't think that'll work.
Can we
I
vote?
think it's been tried a few times.
Can we vote him off the island?
Right.
You're out. We got control of this thing now. Turn it around. Macrina says, built it and they will come. Heck, the XL corner suites are $10K.
Yeah, they are.
So Carnival would sell the higher end things. Yeah, that's why I said I agree. I mean, they have nicer suites. It's just they're not put together in this format. They're all over the place, but they're expensive, right? And people are paying for it. So, but I really feel Chris's question is if they really did a yacht club type experience, a ship within a ship concept experience.
Yeah.
Man, it's fantastic. I just really, really, really enjoyed myself.
We are so enjoying it.
And Tony says, Robert, you should have stuck with cake. I'm telling you, you almost lost a tooth on that cookie. I felt like I was going to break something. All right, fine. I've got here. We'll go. We'll go back there. See, I've got one of these. I don't know what those are, but I have that too. We'll try that. Oh yeah. Oh, that's way better.
Thanks for sharing.
Here you go.
You already ate it.
I didn't know you wanted one.
You didn't ask.
Okay, fine. I'm going to be a good husband. I'm going to go get her one.
No, you're not.
Which means she's going to talk.
No, you're not.
I am too.
Sit down.
No, I'm going to go get another drink.
Oh, it's the drink he wants.
Nope. You.
I'm just harassing you because you ate both of them and didn't even offer me one. Okay, well, let's see what we have going on here. Let's see. And Chris said, Chris said, for example, the ship you're currently on is the exact same size as the Horizon. Okay. Interesting. So it has to be possible. Again, I think it's one of those, it has to be built into it already. I mean, I suppose you could section off a portion of the ship if you wanted to do it that way, but I think if you design a ship within a ship concept, I think it would go a lot smoother that way. But as far as the space, the space I don't think would be the issue. I think it would be how do you designate what area and separate it? I think that would be more of the issue. I hope that makes sense. Let's see. And Antonio says, okay, where does the comment? Sorry, Antonio, your comment is not popping up. There we go. Antonio says, yes, football rules here in Texas. The city next to me just built a 70 million, a 70 million high school football stadium. That doesn't surprise me. Florida's very big on football as well. So Texas and Florida, football is just crazy. Let's see. Patricia says, Lisa, you have witnesses. Yes, ma'am. Thank you. Thank you. So Robert just brought me the little cookie. I'm not sure what that's called, but he brought that to me, and he's off again to go get his daiquiri. Let's see. Macrina says, never ever had a bad cookie in my life. I tend to agree with you on that one. Danny says, is he going to be able to stumble over the bar? He'll be walking like this, I think, but yeah, he'll make it over there just fine. He's on his he's got the patch, and plus he's taking the meclizine as well, so he's not feeling anything.
I feel nothing.
He feels nothing, he said. Come on back in. Robert's back. Do I need to move over further?
No, we're rocking, so I have to balance so I don't fall into anything.
Danny was just asking about that. Yeah, we were talking a little bit more about the ship within a ship concept. And I think you were correct when you were talking about it kind of has to be planned that way. Once a ship is already designed, it's kind of hard to partition off a section. And how do you go about doing that?
Yeah, so I mean, first of all, the cabins are completely different. They're a bit bigger. They're more lavish, right? So there's more things here. Hard to do that to a cabin after it's installed, to completely gut it and redo it, especially making them bigger. And then outside of this particular ship, the rest of the MSC ships, even the restaurant is also part of the yacht club area.
It is. So that's another thing you would have to think about. You know, if you're going to offer the bar service up where you currently have staterooms, how do you make that happen?
Yep. And there's an actual kitchen.
There is.
I mean, it's all done there, right?
Yeah, there is.
Excuse me, everybody. So
I don't think it's the size of the ship that it's the issue. I think it is definitely the planning stage in there that would be
interesting to see if they come out with that.
Yeah.
So my guess too, this was an experiment like anything else, and MSC started because again, this was the very first ship that had a ship inside a ship concept, and it was built back in 2012. But remember, all of that started when a cruise line starts a new ship concept, or new ship design or whatever. It's like 6 years before it actually sails.
Mm-hmm.
So there's 3 years of planning and designing before they ever start cutting the first piece of steel. And so this sort of concept started really back in 2006.
Yeah.
Right?
Ish,
and then came to fruition and built, and then boom, 2012, it's out. Right? So that is why I talk, about Carnival sometimes, that they're reacting a lot to the industry now, as opposed to I don't even say
staying on the cutting edge.
correct.
Yeah.
Because they were revolutionary back in the day, right? The first, what's the word? The first purpose-built cruise ships. Prior to that, they were all converted some kind of way or whatever, right? And it just, of course, everything's exploded since then. But like anything, like think of like a Sears or a Kmart, right? Sears, specifically, Sears. Unbelievable dynasty Sears had forever.
Mm-hmm.
But things change.
Things do change.
Everything changed. And they didn't change to stay up with the way the world was changing.
Mm-hmm.
Now they're out of business.
Yeah.
I mean, is that going to happen at Carnival? I'm not saying that. No. But they're behind the 8 ball with everything.
Yeah.
I feel. I don't mean it's a good thing or a bad thing. It just, I think it is what it is because they're not still trying to lead the way. They're in the back seat.
Yeah.
I feel now.
Yeah, and so they're just playing catch up and coming up with their new designs. But they're behind the times.
Yeah, and again, we're not picking on them.
No.
It just we feel that's what's going on.
They didn't have the vision to go ahead and continue to evolve.
Right.
They just kind of got relaxed, I think, and comfortable, and
Well, like let's take a very specific instance, right? The Oasis of the Seas.
Mm-hmm.
This was Royal Caribbean's gigantic gamble, right? Up to that point, every cruise ship ever built, let's just call it it's all together. It's all one hull, one superstructure. It's all in there, right? Does that make sense, right? And so the people at Royal Caribbean start thinking outside the box.
Mm-hmm.
Like, great, let's build the ship bigger and then have, columns of cabins and then this interior space that's technically you can see the sky and it can rain and we can have real plants and they built it.
The real plants, that was a huge thing to actually have actual vegetation on a ship rather than the plastic things.
Is that going to work? Can we sell it out? Are you people going to like it? Well, it turns out people love it, right?
Yeah.
And so they build many more, right? And Carnival's still building their single, thing. And to this day, they're still doing it that way. Should they be copying Royal Caribbean? No. But I just don't see the same kind of innovation that you see with Royal Caribbean. I just don't see it.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, like Bolt, they added Bolt. That's because they got the Flow Rider, and then Norwegians got go-kart tracks, and what are they, we'll put a roller coaster. That's as close to revolutionary as I think you can get.
I still think that's pretty cool.
Yeah. I do too. It's a short one. I didn't do very well on it because of my motion, but anyway.
I enjoyed it.
Let's move on. Almost lost it today. Chris says, for example, the ship you're currently on is the same exact size as the Horizon. So it has to be possible.
That's what
right.
led into the conversation.
Correct.
Yes.
No, absolutely. The class of ship, when it was built, sure, there was enough space to do this. But it would be completely cost prohibitive to do it now because you would literally have to cut the front 3 or 4 decks off the ship
and replace
to have it replaced
else.
with things that are configured the right way for this sort of thing. Right?
Yeah.
So I don't think it's feasible now, but it's feasible on the new builds.
Yes.
Without a doubt. Yeah, without a doubt. Tony says, yes, football rules here in Texas. The next city to me just built a $70 million high school football stadium. Right? Right? Lisa, you have a witness. What was the witness?
Oh, I don't even remember now.
Can you hand me that chocolatey looking
this
thing?
One?
I think it's a veggie. I'll only eat half so you can try. Look at this thing, guys. I gotta go back here.
It definitely looks chocolatey.
Wow.
Oh my gosh, I'm not even gonna eat half. This looks just too rich for me. Look at the inside of that.
Chocolate.
Dark chocolate. Wow. Here.
You don't want more than that?
Oh, that's too much for me.
That's too sweet.
Too rich. That's good.
Oh my God.
Wow, that's really good.
Chris has never ever had a bad cookie in my life.
Mm-hmm.
Dave says he is going to be able to stumble over to the bar. This is only my second drink today. Well, we just do it on show.
About the ship rocking.
Maybe. Just roll me the right way. I obviously made it. And Tony says he's not coming back with a cookie. Sorry, Lisa. He went to get a drink. Hey, I brought back 3 cookies, sort of. The one that I ate, and 2 I think I might be a giant chocolate covered strawberry.
That's not a strawberry. What is that?
I don't know. Oh, apple.
Oh.
No?
Yeah, I think you're right. I think that's
chocolate covered apple
I
slice?
think that is an apple slice.
I couldn't read. I was in a hurry. I just said, that looks good. That looks good.
Oh, look at this. I'm pretty sure that's an apple.
Em's like, back.
Mm.
I'm good. Em says, I like cookies, but not all cookies. The patch and 14 daiquiris. I couldn't drink 14 of these daiquiris.
That is really good.
If these were 14 daiquiris served at the pool, out of that machine that all the stuff isn't spinning and they just, and it comes in the drink, I could drink 14 of those. These are handmade, and he's like, pour.
They're putting some good alcohol in there.
They're pouring.
They are.
Internet says, just an FYI, Sears reopened some stores last year. They have 9 stores now.
Okay. I had not heard that.
They have maintained some online presence, very small. But
see, I thought they were gone.
I just
I thought Kmart bought them all.
Yeah, and they ruined it too.
Yeah, they did.
Nurse Terry says MSC is sure on top of keeping up with the times. Oh my gosh, yeah. And you could even say potentially leading the way a bit, like the look and feel of this ship that's 12 years old, to me is ahead of its time in decor. At least for us Americans. I don't know. All I know is they're pushing hard into the U.S. market, y'all.
They are.
Get on the boat. I'm loving the look of the Work America.
World America.
World America. Yeah.
Me too.
Yeah, we can't wait to get on it. Oh, yeah. Now, speaking of copying, again, let's say the same thing about MSC, Carnival, Royal. We pick on everybody equally. Their world ships are, and we'll 100% confirm, but I'm pretty sure they're about carbon copies of the Oasis class ships. They got, columns of cabins with the little center atrium thingy. And so I won't say they're innovating in that way. They're just copying something that's already been done. But, the ship within a ship concept is different. Their decor is different. Everything is different. I can't wait to get on it. The little swing thing they're doing. That's a little different. They've got a
swing off the side of the ship.
Yeah.
That's different.
So M says, definitely cookies with nuts. You guys can keep those cookies. McCreary's like, love Bolt. Y'all can have it. It's a great concept. I don't do well. I tried.
He did try it. Yeah. He tried.
She fixed it. Yeah, I love her, the World America. Yeah. And Justine says, Lisa, that chocolate-covered apple looks so yummy.
Oh, my gosh. It's amazing. It is so good.
Okay, here's a long one from Chris.
Good.
Thank you. Then why do companies, organizations like Disney/Universal emulate each other? Same but different. NFL, same with other teams, but not certain cruise lines, example Disney, which I wish they would.
Imitation is the greatest form of a compliment. Imitating something.
Yep.
It just is.
Yep. I would think there's a segment of society that's, let's just talk about the cruising industry, that says, anything that could be done has been done. We can't do this. It's all been done. It's all been, we've done it all. It's done.
Until somebody figures out something else.
But then there's those 6 dudes sitting in a room going, dude, what if we just do and then all of a sudden there's some new going on in the industry. I'm telling you, that's what I feel these guys are doing. They're sitting in a room just, and we could do. There's some wild stuff, right? I don't know.
Oh my gosh.
It's.
I'm laughing so hard because I totally get it. I can just picture it.
Right?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. And Patricia's like, everyone hit that like button. Come on, do it.
Thank you.
Thank you. We appreciate the help, Patricia. Yes, please hit that thumbs up button, subscribe, become part of the Tall Man Clan. It is free to you, literally costs you nothing, and it really does help out the channel. And if you haven't figured out, we do need a lot of help.
Oh, yes,
and if you're into cruising, we do broadcast live every night. We're on a ship talking about the cruise industry. But the first part of the show, we are profiling a different part of the ship every night we are on a ship. So also, if there's something you want to know about a ship that we're on, it's no better time than now to ask it. If we don't know the answer, we will get the answer and then bring it to you typically in the next day's show. We did a bunch of that today, right? So if you're live with us, you can leave a question in the chat. If you're watching the replay, leave it in the comments because we do answer all the comments, right? So hang with us. Also, don't become part of our, that's the email, become part of our Facebook group. I got to get the stand back out so I can see what the heck I'm doing. We put different stuff up on our Facebook group than we do here on YouTube. Like, for instance, all the menus that we're seeing here in the Yacht Club, as well as pictures of the food we're eating. We take those and we post them in our Facebook group. So, yeah, come. Just to answer the two questions, or it will decline you. What was your first ship? Whatever, or none if you've never sailed before. And the second rule is just adhering to the rules, which is essentially be nice and no spamming. Okay, it's really easy, guys. So anyway, so there you have it. Patricia, thank you. You get an applause.
Thank you. Thank you.
All right, so Antonio's like, Robert, pass it this way. We just go back to the conquest. Every third person was smoking dope. It's crazy. Anyway, the Down Under Cruisers, the 1895. In 1895, the Patents Office said that everything that could be invented has been invented. That's why they are out of work now. Yeah, right. Danny says new ships with cabins below the waterline with glass wall.
That would be something new.
That'd be interesting, wouldn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, there's aren't there hotels that are submerged?
Yeah, you got to dive down to it. It's in Florida.
Yeah.
Not some, it's one.
Okay.
I think I have one or two rooms.
I mean, that technology, at least as far as stationary exists, but is it strong enough to go through, waves and water and who knows what else is out there that we run into and don't know about?
Yeah.
So that would be something that would have to be, tested.
Look, here's something that just popped into my head. And I forget who's doing it, but somebody... Oh, no, that's not a ship. It's not a ship. Forget it. I watched a YouTube video on a theme park in France. Been around forever. Sort of a family thing. They've grown huge, and they're sort of spreading their wings. Anyway, they actually, inside a theater, using drones as part of special effects and lighting for their show.
Nice.
And of course the drones are black and you can't see them the way everything else is lit, but it looks like things are floating around and kind of, right? So again, that's sort of thinking outside the box of what you can do. So, but as far as, ship, the physical ship design, I mean, first of all, you got to have some kind of hull, like, because it's got to float. Then what do you do after that? Mm-hmm. After you have your floating thing, now what? And that's where all the dope smoking needs to come in. Man, instead of doing it this way and this way, let's turn them this way. Dunk, 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 like containers. There could be space in between the containers, and we can. I don't. Whatever. And that's a crappy idea. Have another hit. Chris says, I'm excited for Costa Maya for 2027 to see how awesome it will be. Costa Maya will go from a terrible port of call to a can't wait to get off the ship port. I mean, only time will tell, right? Only time will tell, right? So when Royal's done with their perfect day in Mexico.
Yes.
Right, since they've now also
bought
owned
it.
the port in Costa Maya. So
Costa Maya, that's been so basically untouched for so long.
Well, that's how I felt about Princess Key.
Yeah, me too. It's just remained the same, and there's so much that you really could do.
Yeah.
So, yeah, it'll be interesting.
Yep. Will you guys be getting off the ship in Aruba? That is our plan. Absolutely. I don't know for how long. I don't know what we're doing. We're not doing an excursion. We have honestly been very lazy on the ship, and we haven't done squat.
We have.
I've only videoed 4 of like the 20 decks that we need to video.
So we have to get out tomorrow night and do that.
Well, not just tomorrow night, but during the day when people are off the ship is when we video all the upper decks. And after today's day at sea, I'm thinking tomorrow's it's going to be like a ghost ship.
I think it probably will be. So it probably
we
will
may
be a
need
really
to
good
do that
time.
tomorrow first and then get off the ship.
Yeah.
We haven't fully discussed it. We're doing it with you right now, but
How do you like us talking out our plans?
blame the rum. It's always the rum, Danny. Like Elon, it just hasn't been done yet. Right?
Yeah.
Just got to think outside the box a little bit. Right?
There you go.
And I would love, I would love to see the new class of Carnival ship. They haven't released any details, only that they're going to be bigger than the XL class.
Let's see some innovation.
Let's see what they come up with.
Yeah.
Really.
Yeah. Looking forward to it.
Nurse Tara says they have hotels like that in the Maldives, underwater she's talking about.
Yes.
Patricia says, drones creep me out.
We have seen some fireworks shows that have been in combination with drones.
Yeah.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And Tony says, can you imagine that cabin below the waterline? You can open the curtain and there's a shark staring at you. You don't need any coffee to wake up. Oh, man. Macrina says, take a taxi or city bus to Arashi Beach and relax. Yeah, maybe. All right, here we go. No, Danny, not again.
Well, there's a couple of things that are coming into play. There's some rain clouds, cells, whatever, that have been building, and so we're not sure how clear the weather is going to be. And like Robert says, we haven't done anything, and tomorrow would be a great day if everybody gets off the ship to do our videos. And so we're not really sure how much time we're going to have. But yeah.
We are rocking.
We are.
We just had one of those, every once in a while when you hit a big wave, there's the boom. We just had a boom. I was like, ooh. Yeah, man. Antonio says, maybe all the weed you smelled on the Carnival ship were engineers planning the new ships. No, definitely not.
No, it wasn't, but that would have been fun. That would explain a few things.
It would, but it definitely was not that.
No, it wasn't.
Let's go back to balcony cam here.
Here we go.
Yeah, enjoy that. Man, love it. Macrina says, or Baby Beach is fantastic. Yeah. Okay.
Baby Beach? Okay.
Baby Beach or Arashi Beach.
Arashi.
May want to take a note on that.
Yeah, spell it for me.
Baby. B-A-B-Y.
Oh, thanks. I think I've got that one. What's the other one?
Beach? B-E-E-C-H.
B-E-A-C-H.
Of course I know that. Arashi. Hang on.
A-R-A.
S-H-I. A-R-A-S-H-I.
S-H-I. Okay. Cool. Take a note.
Chris says, I know the lines keep the numbers of how many people are getting on/off at these ports. And that's why you see them going in, all in on these private islands/ports of call. I've seen plenty of lines at private islands getting back on ships because most of the private islands will still have a couple ships in port that day. right? Like they're building the docks to house 2 and 3 of the large ships. And some of the private islands, as we've discussed in previous shows, actually aren't really islands. They're just little pieces of land they bought from a much bigger island that also has pieces of land carved out for other cruise lines' private islands. And so I understand your point, but for me, it's twofold. One, it's more of a money grab. Right? So they're not taking you to another country so you can leave their money there. They're bringing you to an island they built that they control, that everything there is theirs, and everything you buy is theirs. I mean, everything is theirs. They're making more money. That's part one. Part two is there's only so many places they can go. And in the time frame that they feel comfortable of creating itineraries, like 3-day, 4-day, 5-day, 6-day, 7-day, or whatever, right? And so there's only so many islands to get to and to go to in these time frames.
Yes.
And so by creating their own private islands, they're actually coming up with a new destination to bring people to.
Yes.
Even though it's an all captive, we're making all the money scenario.
It is, but it is a new destination.
Yes.
Yeah. Something that, people who live close to a port who are limited in their choices, now they have additional selections.
Yeah. And again, there's nothing wrong with that. Corporations are there. Their sole business, especially public companies, are there to make money for their, for their shareholders.
Yes.
So there's nothing wrong with what they're doing. But me personally, let Lisa speak for herself. I got into cruising because I enjoy going to different countries and seeing the cultures of different countries.
Same.
You don't see that, crap on a private island.
No, you don't. You see the water slides and the zip lines.
Yeah. I don't want to see that. I want to go see some culture, right?
Yeah.
And so
want to see those cars from the 50s in Cuba.
Yeah. Let's get Cuba back opened up again.
Yeah.
Anyway, moving on. Bev says, forecast for tomorrow in Aruba, 30 to 40% chance of rain.
Yeah.
We'll take that because today was like 120% chance.
Exactly.
There's something about the water that's relaxing. I love your video from earlier today in the water.
Yeah.
Thanks. Yeah. So
thanks.
For those who don't know, if you're joining us late, first of all, do us a huge favor. Hit that thumbs up button, subscribe, become part of the Tall Man Clan. It is free to you, costs you absolutely nothing. It really does help out the channel. Right? And consider subscribing. It really, we broadcast live from ships all the time. In fact, what they're talking about is I sort of did an impromptu, I call it emergency stream. It really wasn't an emergency, but we had some just horrific weather last night all the way through about 2 o'clock today. So I grabbed my computer and one of my cameras and I went out to the top sail lounge. We are up on deck 15 here on the MSC Divina in the Yacht Club. And the Yacht Club has a lounge dedicated just to the Yacht Club members. It's up in the front, and it goes from side to side, the full width of the ship, and it's all glass. It's like 270-degree views. It's absolutely amazing. It really is. Yeah. And so I just got to the center of the ship, put down and I turned on a stream and to stream the waves and the rain and
storm cam.
Yeah, storm cam. Uh-huh. We were on for like 2 hours.
Yeah.
It was just about stopping when I turned the. I had to turn it off because the computer was almost dead.
Yeah.
Because I didn't have my battery out. She was sleeping when I first started the stream, so I was out there by myself. But if you want a nice sort of relaxing, I have this little I have this playing. It's just a nice, soothing, easy sound. It's the same song that I use when we're doing our deck tours. Anyway, I just had that going, sort of looping as we were getting just pounded by rain today.
Yeah.
And the wind, which we're still getting pounded, and the waves.
Yes.
Okay. Macrina says, Baby Beach is far away, more expensive taxi. Okay? So Arashi Beach it is. But the lines have to pour millions into it to make it happen. The best I've done is Coco Cay, Castaway Cay, Labadee, St. Thomas, San Juan, Aruba. I'll get off no matter what. And be honest, even though we've been to most of these Caribbean ports many, many, many times, we typically will get off in every port for a little bit. Even if it's just to walk around the port, see what's new, see what changes there are. In the Caymans, we always go swim with the stingrays. That's an excursion we always do. We didn't do it this year, but in Jamaica, typically we'll go to Dunn's Rivers Falls. We've done that several times. We actually are friends with us on the ship. We sort of maybe talked about doing it together, but anyway, they went their way. We had to go our way, and then the rain. I'm like, well, there's no use in trying now. But generally, yeah, we in St. Thomas, we always get off and take a taxi up to the hotel we got married in and hang out there for a little bit for the day and go back to the ship. So we have our stuff that we do. It just, I'd rather, you notice how everything that I talked about were real Caribbean islands, countries, not private water parks or private islands. All right, we did the first time we were in the first 2 cruises we took here. We did the Carnival Glory, the Carnival Conquest. Now we're here on the Divina. The Carnival Glory and Conquest, literally same itinerary, Nassau and Princess Key. So on the Glory, we didn't even get off the ship. On the Conquest, we didn't get off the ship in Nassau, but we did in Princess Key because we haven't been there in about 15 years. Yeah. And we can tell you nothing's changed there in 15 years.
Nothing has changed.
Looks the same.
Yeah.
Right? It's just a beach party with barbecue, if you will. So anyway, Macrina says the Aruba City bus is like $6 a day for all day service.
Oh,
awesome.
Nice. Yeah. I like that.
Chris says, but you can see the future cruising. Oh, absolutely. The cruise lines they're going in deep.
They are
building these amusement type themed private islands.
Well, heck, even the Bahamas is. They're building a water park.
Yeah, right there in the port.
Right on the port.
It's tiny.
It is tiny.
I have a hard time calling it a water park. I mean, really. That is tiny.
Pad. It's a splash pad.
Yeah. I feel some of the cruise ships have bigger water parks.
Yeah. Of course, we're looking at it from the cruise ship.
Looking down,
perspective.
But you can see like the bulldozers and the stuff that were in there, like you couldn't put too much more in there. It was pretty tight.
Yeah.
So anyway, moving on, Macrina says, but just around the main area, not around the island. Okay, awesome. Marcus Fabiano. Live is streaming great. Which network is that? Live is streaming great. Which network is that? I'm not sure what you're talking about. We're streaming live from our cabin right now on the MSC Divina. The picture that you're looking at is our camera on our balcony 6 feet from where I'm sitting. If that's what you're asking about. So that look that you're getting is not on a network. That's my camera on our cabin coming to you live.
And we call it balcony cam.
Balcony cam.
Yes.
It's just right there. So I think that's what you were asking, Fabio. I'm not sure. If it is, just let me know, okay?
Yeah.
Patricia says, I was there for Storm Cam. Quite a sight to see. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. Thanks, for Patricia, for being there.
Yes,
yeah, we chose that.
you.
We didn't want to be in camera. In fact, I had the microphone off and all that stuff. We just wanted the music to play and the camera seeing that. And first, I wasn't even going to chat, but all you guys started coming in and say, hey, good morning. Oh, my God. Oh, my. I'm like, okay, I guess we'll chat.
And then every now and then we turn the camera to us so we could wave and then turn it back to the storm.
Danny says, you should play that during the drive videos.
Balcony cam?
No, this 17-minute loop.
Music?
I have to make a 17-hour loop. Yeah, no, I want to be awake while I'm driving.
That is awfully relaxing.
Yes. Chris says, I get it. They lease it out. But how many times have you heard it's NASA? I'm not getting off the ship. Look how absurd Atlantis is for a day pass, right? $250. It's crazy per person for a day. Nobody's paying that. And that, to me, that statement there that you just made, that's also the catalyst that is getting the port to build a water park in the port.
Yes.
Will they charge $250 to get in? God, probably not. But, it's probably going to be $50.
Well, from what we've seen, it's nowhere near as big as Atlantis. So
No, it's not nearly as big as the stuff on Utopia or Icon. Right? Bev says, I'd be okay with one day at a private island, but some itineraries are 3 variations of the same Would much rather go to 3 different real ports. Yes, and that's exactly what we feel and see as well. The ships are, 2 or 3 of the private islands, and it's, you know what? Take me somewhere else. So now, that being said, we do a lot of cruising. You guys know, a lot of you have been with us. I mean, we did 12 cruises last year. I think we're going to end up with 13 this year. And so we do end up in a lot of the same places twice. But for what we do, a lot of what we do is for you guys, right? Of going on and being able to capture the ship, profile, get all the deck tours done, and put them up on YouTube so that when you're doing researches for your cruise, you can see these deck tours of these ships.
Yeah.
And so that's also why we don't get off the ship a lot, because we're actually working. On the 4-day cruises we take, it is 100% work.
It is.
Yes, of course, we go to dinner and we sneak our head into this band and we do a few things, but we don't take it for vacation. This we took for vacation.
Yeah.
This is why we also decided to do the bid to get into the yacht club, which we won. So, but
because we knew that we were going to have some downtime on this.
Yeah. Well, unfortunately, our goal was to get it all done in the first 3 or 4 days.
And we totally failed.
We've been lazy.
Yeah.
So we got to get to work.
To go to work.
Yeah, got to get this thing done.
Yeah.
She also says, no to the drive. No one would be awake. I know, to include me.
Yeah.
Danny's trying to drive us off the road, Danny. Macrina says, yeah, I saw Lisa with cappuccino this AM. Yeah, she eventually woke up and came out and
I eventually woke up.
And got some snacks and came out and joined us. In fact, I needed a restroom break anyway, so then she was just answering the questions while I ran out. So, ding, 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 ding. Cappuccino, please.
Yes.
Daiquiri.
Oh my goodness. I've never had so many cappuccinos. They're so good.
Didn't you, like, by 2 or 3 o'clock, you'd already had 4 today?
Maybe. Maybe.
Patricia's like, you guys work so hard, so you deserve to spoil yourselves. Absolutely.
Thank you.
Yes, we do.
Yeah.
But, the work that we do to put together to sit here and do a live stream, we enjoy it, really. Mm-hmm. So, but getting up at 3 a.m. to actually video all the content for this, we don't necessarily like doing that.
No.
But it's what's required.
Because we feel like we've been hit by a truck the next day.
Yeah.
Seriously, everything hurts and our schedules are just upended and that's a little rough.
Yep. Macrina says, Gushti, 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 Gushti can carry your camera and you can do the voiceover. Gushti, here you go. Walk. Justina says, don't be too hard on yourself. Robert, it's okay that you relax and enjoy being spoiled. Oh, absolutely.
We are thoroughly enjoying it.
Oh, we thoroughly are.
Yes.
Macrina's still trying to get you to put some Kahlua in that cappuccino. You are building your community. Exactly. We are, without a doubt. Will you and Lisa do the Royal Runway? I hope so. Okay, so you're the second person to ask this now. Probably not. It has warnings about people with motion issues about going in. They're talking about me.
They are totally talking about him.
And I would send Lisa in, pay for her to go by herself, and come out and do that. But I'm afraid to go. Only because I don't mind spending it's a lot of money. It's not inexpensive.
No, it's not.
I forget what it was, but it's not.
Like
it's over $100. Yeah, per person.
It's like $120
for a dinner.
Person.
I'm like, it's crazy, but
yeah.
It's okay. We'd spend that, but I don't want to spend it to be carried out of there 5 minutes after it stops.
Yes.
Or it starts.
Yes.
And that's what I'm afraid of.
And trust me, that would happen.
Probably. If they're giving you warnings about motion, I can't get on it.
Yeah. Anything that he has ever ever gotten on that has a motion warning, we have literally had to carry him out.
I try.
Yeah, he's tried several times.
I try.
And literally, yes, passed out for hours.
It's not fun.
No.
So, no, we're probably not going to do the Railway.
Yeah, probably not.
But if we ever do a group cruise on that ship, we'll send cameras. And actually, it doesn't matter. Even if we did it, the only thing we could do is talk about it, because there are, you can't video. There's disclaimers. When you book it, you're not allowed to video any of it. Which also was like, that helps me make the decision even more. I'm not going to make it, and I can't video. Yeah, I'm out. Chris says, well, I might be wrong. I believe, Robert, you're doing what you have passion for, and this is it. Keep it going. No, absolutely. Yeah. We do. Lisa and I love cruises. In fact, if we haven't gone through our full story, which I thought we had, but years and years and years ago, when we first got married, she finds out I like to cruise, and I found out she likes to cruise. So after our daughter was born and old enough that we were able to leave her with my mother for the weekend, or for a week, we went on a cruise, which was the Carnival Triumph. Mm-hmm. At the time, that was our first cruise. And we just started cruising once or twice a year because we absolutely love cruising. And we loved it so much. We were doing okay at the time. I had a couple of our own businesses. We said, you know what? Let's open up a travel agency for booking cruises for people. And she's like, yeah, let's do it. So we ended up buying a franchise. And the short story of that was that didn't go all so well. Mm-hmm. And there's a lot of hard games that are played in the cruise industry when it comes to travel agents. And unless you're in the know and in the inside, and these people from the franchise just did not really share and divulge any of this stuff.
They did not.
I don't. And I'll be honest, they misled us too.
They did. Yeah. Without a doubt, they did.
Yeah.
And then right after that was the whole, Fannie Mae, Freddie Mac disaster. And, people just weren't traveling. And so we just kind of lost everything in that.
Closed it up.
But
it was also during that time that I met Chris. Kathy was working with Chris, and spent some time working with Chris. Now, speaking with Chris and Kathy are the two that are helping us with our group cruise. Group cruise.
Come join us November 8th, 2025.
There'll be meet and greets.
Parties.
Pineapples.
Ducks. And of course, the live shows.
Don't miss our first ever group cruise. We'll see you on the horizon. There you go. Just in case you didn't catch the email that fast, there it is. tallmanscruiseadventures@gmail.com. And as I was hitting, we are no longer travel agents. We don't have an agency. We just have a passion and love cruising. And so Kathy is the agent that put this together for us here on the Carnival Horizon. And so if you want to go on the group cruise, please send me an email and I will forward your information to her. Okay? We make no money out of this. We're not the agents. We just want to hang out with the Tall Man Clan. Now, that being said, you do have to book into the group to participate in the group functions. And we're going to have a bunch of them. So make sure you send me an email and I will send you Kathy's information. Okay? So there you go. Nurse Tara says, really? There are so many videos I've seen of Royal Railway. I wonder if that's a new rule. I don't know. And it might be people, snuck them in. I don't know. But there was a disclaimer. You are not allowed to video. Yeah. Okay, fine, whatever. And the reason is they don't want their secrets out to the world. Fine. If I was an engineer type, and trying to rip them off, I'll just take the cruise and go in there and document it some other kind of way, or hidden cameras or whatever. I've never looked it up. But the disclaimer says if you have issues with motion, which I do, I just don't want to waste that money. But I'm glad there are some videos, so I don't know if it's new, but there is a disclaimer. Danny says, okay, I will let you hire me and my wife, send us on cruises, and we'll record what you won't go on. Let me think about that. No. But thanks for the offer. The funny thing is, there's very little that I won't go on. Hey, buddy, how are you? What's going on? Another one of the other butlers here. It's funny. We have our guy Gushti. Y'all met him last night. But she got 3. She's got 3 more of those chocolate covered apples. Right? And by the way, note, the cookie that she actually made me go out and get, she still hasn't eaten that yet.
I will. I'm going to eat that next.
What the heck is this? What just happened? Yeah, anyway, there we go. Okay. Put that down. Okay.
I did get cappuccino since I had to go out there.
Oh, more cappuccino. Somebody's going to be up all night. Hey, you think we can do it? Let's do it. One walk around the ship. We can do it now. I'm awake. Let's go. Can we do one? Let's do more. Come on. Oh, yeah, come on, man. I'm down.
All right, let's see how this is.
Danny offered to let us hire him and his wife, so they can go on all the cruises and record what we won't go on or what I won't go on. So I told him I'd think about it for a little bit. No. Chris says, remember the good book says, plant the seed and I'll make the tree. Keep watering it and it will grow. I thought it was 65 to 70 per person for the Royal One Way. When we looked, it was well over $100. Yeah.
Yeah, I believe it was 120. That's the number that's sticking in my head. I may be wrong. But
we aim to please. Stand by. Standing by. This is going to be tough, but I'm going to work it out because that's what I do. But I can't see anything, so it's going to take a couple extra minutes.
It tasted a little bit like fruitcake.
I'm signing into Royal's website right now because we're just about to get on one of their ships in a couple of days, and we're going to find out. Sign in. Problem is, I just have my laptop, so I'm having to move everything around. Let me see if I can hide this. Can I hide this? Ooh, I can hide this. All right. View details. No, plan my cruise. Perfect. Gone sailing, be back soon. God, what is it with their website? Every time I sign in, I can't actually get in.
Is it down for service?
Yeah.
Gotcha.
Here. Yeah. Down for service. Something. One more time.
Try once more.
Try once more. Nope. I was going to try to find out for you guys, but nope. I'll find out, and then we'll talk about it tomorrow then. There we go. Yeah, when we're not on a ship, I have a tri-screen, so I'm able to, stay and manipulate and do other things, but we have no room to carry it. It's not big. It's pretty small, but when I tell you we are packed, I mean, we are packed.
Yeah.
So we leave that back in at Tall Man Mobile. So there's that. McCrean's like, group cruise. Yep. And remember the morning light today, since this morning it was overcast. Yeah, it was no morning light. The sun tried to have a sunset tonight.
It did.
It looked like the clouds were breaking a little bit. I'm like, ooh, we may have a sun, and then it was gone.
Just a teeny bit of color.
It was a tease.
It was.
Justina says, yes, I'm ready to party, TMC style.
Me too.
You sure? Because I've seen Tony and others video record in there, but I understand. Look, for me, it's about the motion. It's not the camera one way or the other. Like anything else, my philosophy is very simple. It is easier to ask for forgiveness than ask permission. So if I booked it, I'm just going to do my thing. And my rig isn't big. It's just my little phone. And it, anyway, if somebody tells me to stop, I would stop. But that's not it. I'm telling you, if it says, if you are prone to motion sickness and issues, do not do this.
He will be passed out for 6 hours.
They're going to have to carry me out of there within 3 to 5 minutes.
It's not a nauseous thing for him. It's not like he's going to be, turning green on me. He literally passes out.
It's the vertigo. Even though I'm wearing the patch, like on Bolt. Even though I was wearing the patch, taking my pills, I get on Bolt and bam. I can't believe I was able to hold on for 2 rounds. I was done in 6 seconds.
Yeah.
Because it slammed I don't know, whatever it is.
Yeah.
Mark Rank's like, pineapples? Hey, those were not upside down. They were facing up. And that was for one of our subscribers, little one-on-one, who has a thing with pineapples. There's an inside joke there. Just saying. Mark says, just got off the Jubilee. Not any different than the Celebration. No, just some different colors. Same floor plan, everything. Except they added some more seating to the that center stage area. Mm-hmm. But outside of that, same thing.
And the big star on the front of the Jubilee.
And they got a couple, the bars, a couple of the bars have different names. The one, Dr. Ink's.
Oh, yeah.
Something else there, but yeah, anyway.
Yeah.
Katrina wants to know, what is the Royal Railway? In short, it's a dining experience. You go inside what looks to be like a rail car, and there's, I believe, like some bandits that come and try to hold you up and some different things. But it's obviously also a 3D motion thing, because it's probably moving, which is where the motion stuff comes in. The windows are probably screens. They mess with your equilibrium to make you feel like you're in a moving train. Me, it'll make me pass out.
Mm-hmm, totally.
Yep. So knowing that going in, I'm not paying them $120. It's $70, $50. Even if it was free, I'm not going in, because I'm a day and a half recovery after something like that happens.
Yeah.
I'm unconscious for hours, and then I just can't move after that for another day and a half.
And we literally had to book a back-to-back to have sufficient time to video as it is.
Yeah,
so
I can afford a day and a half down.
Yeah, we can't do it.
Mark Rank says, might make the group cruise to reach diamond level. Nice.
Yeah.
Come on, man.
That would be awesome.
You saw the everything reset. What was up there? Yeah, I saw the email. There it is. Send us the email. We'll let you know.
Yeah.
I mean, we'll forward you Kathy information. She can take care of you. Okay. Chris is like, I know, I'd gained 10 pounds in the yacht club probably in 4 days.
Oh my gosh.
Oh.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Every time they come to the door, they've got goodies.
Speaking of diamond, this is our diamond cruise with MSC. The next time we cruise on MSC, we'll have a different color card because we're diamonds.
You will.
I will. We just got to go down, and maybe we should do that up here.
Oh, true.
Because we got people up here.
Yeah.
Gusty! Fix this.
Yeah, when you sign up to have your points accredited to MSC, I know I'm not explaining this very well. You're probably going to have to help.
Pause. I'll do it. I got this.
Okay.
So, MSC status matches.
Yes.
So when you book your first cruise, let's say you're a diamond already on Carnival, and you're going to come here. You're going to start off a diamond here.
Mm-hmm. Or their equivalent.
Or their equivalent. And always be there. Every cruise you take after that, you go up from there. You don't start at zero and work your way. So we started off as their golds, which is the equivalent of platinum in Carnival. But this is our sixth or sixth cruise, I think. Now, within the cabins that you buy, there are experiences that you can also purchase. Everything has a point value to it. And so we've gained a lot, like the yacht club. This is worth 2,000 points, 1,500 to 2,000, depending on the length of the cruise. But I believe this for us, it's 2,000 points. And so I was sitting at 9,900 when we got on the ship 4 days ago. So the 2,000 will put me overboard. It'll put me over the limit, and will now be diamond. Now, for Lisa, what happened, I don't know if I didn't do it or it got lost in the mix or something, but when we took our first cruise, she didn't get status matched.
Correct.
So the very first cruise we did, she didn't get credit for it.
It was actually the first two cruises.
Was it the first two?
The first two cruises. It was our third cruise. That's why I said I'm not going to be diamond. It was our third cruise that we actually got me status matched.
Oh, yeah. We need to go up.
Yeah. Yeah. And the thing with that is because we have the same email. And so that's why it only applied it to him because I didn't have a separate email address. I didn't get credit for it. So it's okay.
Macrina says, no, the morning light. Yeah, we'll play it in a minute. Don't worry about it. Mark, I thought the celebration is slightly different because of the tropical vibe, and Miami is way nicer, is a way nicer port. Actually, I probably would. I don't know if we've only been to Galveston once. We've been to Miami so many times.
But I didn't have really any issues with the port at Galveston. It was getting there. That was the challenge for us.
Thanks for verifying that. He said it's $75, so I don't know why we were seeing 125.
Yeah, I don't know either.
Trust me, I'm going to be looking again when this is done because we both agree. We thought it was in the hundreds of dollars.
Yeah.
Again, Chris, I can't do it. I just can't do it.
Yeah.
Because you just don't understand. If you want to super chat, I'll send her by herself. She can go and do it. But I literally cannot go in there.
No, and I would never ask him to do it because literally I know what it does to him, and he literally would be passed out for a minimum of 6 hours.
It is not good for my brain.
No, it's not.
It's just not. Sorry. I appreciate the thoughts, but I just can't. Things I know that I can try once and things that I know that I can never try again. That's those things. Like even in theme parks, the little motion rides that you go on, you sit on and they just kind of move around a little bit and there's a giant screen with stuff. I can't go on those.
We literally had to carry him out to the car, and thank God we had a minivan because we threw him
in the back.
We threw him in the back and I had to drive home.
Yeah, I didn't for my life think just that with a steady screen was just done.
We did the what was it, the Mount Everest or whatever?
Well, that was slightly different.
At Disney, where it's a roller coaster. He's fine on roller coasters for the most part,
as long as they don't go upside down.
But then this one stopped and went backwards, and then he was done.
Drag me out.
He was done.
Yep.
So literally,
horrible.
He is a pain in the butt to carry. Let me tell you, he's heavy.
I was way lighter then too.
You were way lighter, and he's heavy.
Like 30 pounds heavier than I was then. I better start working out. Chris is hell bent on getting me into that.
Oh my gosh, I need some weights.
Right? Oh my God.
I gotta work out.
Help me, please. Don't make me do it. Don't make me do it. Now, there are 26 of you watching right now. For the love of God, hit that thumbs up button. Subscribe to our channel if you like, if you're having fun here with us tonight. But at the very least, consider giving us a thumbs up. It really does help out the channel. It tells YouTube that you're enjoying the content. We talk about all things cruising. Right now, we are literally live on the MSC Divina. This is, let me back up here. This is a look live right outside of my cabin. Somebody was asking us earlier where that feed was coming from. It's coming from me. It is right outside here. Watch this here. Hang on.
Don't blow over, okay? Yeah, for those who are just tuning in, the weather, it has been stormy all day. High winds. There he is waving. And there's his face. Woohoo! And you didn't lose your hat either. No. The wind has been howling. The ship has been rocking. So most we've been kind of relaxing a little bit and taking it easy today. And it's been one of those rainy days. You cuddle up with a good book, and it's been that kind of a day.
Cuddle up with a good daiquiri? What the hell are you talking about? Good book.
Good cappuccino.
Allison Uberte. Hey there, have you gone over the cabin bidding process yet? I did. Oh, so it was you who were asking. You are, just drag it back. But I'll give you the cliff notes. 1, not every cruise line has a bidding process. So that's 1. Like Carnival doesn't do it. Okay? But Royal, Celebrity, MSC, Virgin, I even believe Princess, to my knowledge, those 5 do. So basically what happens when you book a cruise, you will get a subsequent email saying, hey, you qualify for an upgrade. You can come here and bid and put in a price, and if we love you, you'll win. I don't know. It doesn't say anything like that, but basically you get an email with instructions of what to do. And so, let me get back to full screen. Excuse me. So you click on the link in the email, takes you to one of their parts of their website, and they'll list the cabins that are upgrades from the cabin you have booked. So if you booked an inside cabin, you'll see several different types of ocean views and balconies and suites or whatever is available. Okay. Then there's what looks to be like a gas or a speedometer and a bar. And when you slide the bar, the speedometer will go up and read a dollar amount. So let's say, you're in an inside cabin, you want a balcony. The first bidding price is probably going to be about $100, right? But if you go 2 ticks, it could be 110 or maybe 120. But the more you bid, the more it goes up. Now, when it just goes up 1 click, it tells you too weak, not likely to win, right? But the higher you go, the more likely you are to win the bid. Now, it's not an active bidding thing. If I bid 100, you don't get noticed that I build 100, so you can go in and build $100.50. It doesn't work that way. You just stop at whatever price you're comfortable of paying for that cabin for an upgrade. Then you hit OK, and then brings you to a page where you put in your credit card, and then you hit submit. Now, even though you're putting in your credit card, they are not charging your card unless you actually win the bid. If you win the bid, the card is automatically charged and you get an email. Congratulations, you won. You have been upgraded to whatever cabin you won with. Of course, then you will need to go back and reprint your tickets and luggage tags and things like that. So now this happens with cruises that are off in the distance. If you're booking a cruise that's a week away from sailing, you're probably not going to get an opportunity to do that. But cruises that you book off into the distance, you can do that too. So hopefully, Allison, that is what you were looking to hear. If not, let me know, and maybe I can try to fill in the gaps some more. Chris says, I love the points. Wish other lines would emulate MSC. Points is how you do it. I agree, because they even give you points if you pre-purchase things. Like, if you're going to pre-purchase your gratuities or your Wi-Fi package or whatever, that's all worth some points, right? And so that's also why we were able to climb from where we started all the way up to Diamond so fast, because I do pre-purchase a lot of these things. And an extra $100, an extra 100, or 100 points, an extra 100 points. Oh, we did the Fantastica instead of the Bella. Okay, that's 1,500 instead of 75 or 750. And I mean, whoa.
And plus, a lot of times when you pre-purchase things like your Wi-Fi and sometimes even gratuities, they give you a discount on it.
Correct.
So it's costing you less money plus giving
you the points,
giving you extra points.
So if anybody is going to sail on MSC, the easiest way to do this. Don't go trying to search for anything. Just type into Google MSC Cruise Lines status matching program. First one up, click it. That will take you into the instructions, because they do have it buried kind of deep in their website, which is kind of crappy to begin with, to be honest with you. They need some more. Their app and website need a little help. But
they do.
Anyway, so just go into Google, type in MSC status matching program. The link will pop up. Click on the link. There's the instructions. You basically will fill it all out, including, I don't know if you have to include like a screenshot of your card or your status or something like. Actually, I did a screenshot of my status on Carnival. So I had opened up my browser and just did a screenshot of where it showed platinum and how many cruises or whatever it did. And then you attach it, send, and within typically 3 to 5 days, you'll get the email saying, congratulations, you've been status matched and you're at this level. Okay? So anyway, that's how that works.
Yes.
M says, it must be new because I know another YouTuber /TA, and she was able to video some of the Royal Railway. Like I said, guys, we just bring to you what we see from their website. I don't know. You know what? Cruise lines tell you can't wear ball caps in the main dining room.
And
people still do it, right? You can't bring and or smoke marijuana on ships. People still do it. So All I know is the rules say don't video. And if you've been watching us long enough, you absolutely know we are the two people who are going to get yelled at for doing it.
Every time.
Every time. Oh, I'm sorry, you can't cut through here. Oh, so you mean the naked person that just ran through here is okay, but us with clothes on can't go? I don't get it. So it does say no video. You know, and then you know. That's right. This is random, but I get a few ads during your show. FYI, LOL. That's YouTube doing their thing, right? I have no control over the ads. They run when they run. So it's how YouTubers make money. The ads that come into the videos that we do. So, you know, make the 5 cents they pay me. Allison says, gotcha. Thanks so much. You guys are so fun to watch. Thank you so much. We appreciate that.
Yeah.
Thanks for all your hard work. And we appreciate that comment too.
We
So
do.
you know what? Woohoo! Says, agreed, Allison. TMC is definitely fun to watch. Okay,
Aw,
we're doing it again.
thank
And we get the horn too. I'm playing them all.
Whoa.
I blew the whole wad.
That was a little scary.
I blew the whole wad.
That was the Disney horns,
All-
the Venezia
that was all of 'em.
horns. I know.
All of them.
Oh my goodness.
Things we do. We just go all in. All right, y'all. So, thank you very much all for joining us. You know, it's now past midnight here. We've changed clocks, so we've had to push ahead an hour, and we are going to be in port tomorrow and want to do some stuff. So that means we need to get some sleep. By the way, M says, how many cruises does on sale to move up? Excuse me. Are you talking about which cruise line? If you're talking about MSC, again, it's hard to say. It's hard to say. I'll write down some notes and tell you in tomorrow's show what the levels are. But their point system it's complicated to try to explain in a conversation. It's best if you're interested in MSC, go to Google. MSC's loyalty program. Click on it. There's a PDF that will explain it and show you all the different levels, what you get in those levels, but also how their point structure works and what points you get for what. Look, if you're staying in an inside cabin, you're going to get this many points. If you're staying in an ocean view, you're going to get this many points. If you're staying in a balcony, you're going to get this much. Suites are this much, and then yacht club is that much, right? If you're doing this ahead of time, they give you 100 points. I mean, if you're in the Bella experience, that's the bottom of the line. If you're doing a Fantastica, you get more points. If you're doing an Aria, you get more points. There's like a million ways to get points.
There are a lot of options
I
there.
can't possibly explain them to you. So if you really are interested in it, we're talking about MSC. Again, just go to Google, type in MSC's loyalty program, and all the information you need will be there, and it explains it up. Plus, you're able to read it, so you can go back and take your time and read it a couple times to digest exactly how it works, if that makes sense.
And it does take a little bit of digestion on that.
Yeah.
It's not like, you get, you get every credit for one night stay. It is definitely based upon your experience and which cabins you're booking and everything else. It's a lot. It's involved.
Antonio says, okay, who's had too many cappuccinos? That's how I normally am, y'all. Look, for those who are going to hang out with us on a group cruise, when we're hanging out again, this is how I am. But there are times where I'll just be.
When he's on, he's on. When he's off, he is off.
There's a light switch sort of kind of thing back here.
There is. And there's like no in between.
Just call me Data.
Right? Oh my gosh, that's a good example.
Yeah.
That's a great example.
It's something I learned a long time ago. Being an entertainer, right? when you're on stage, you're on stage. When you're off stage, you have to learn how to be off, right? Because you need to leave it all on stage. You leave nothing left, right? When you're done, I mean, you're done. You've given it all, right? And so then you learn how to be off, right? So I've learned through my career as an entertainer to manage these things. So when I'm on, I'm on. When I'm off, I'm off.
He is.
And it doesn't mean you're sleeping. It just means, the personality comes down a little bit and you're just sort of sitting there almost meditating, just saving the batteries.
Yeah.
Recharging, right? So, but yeah, this is how I am. Always. M says, tall man, I'm assuming you cannot do VR. No. I haven't tried, but I'm just saying no.
I would agree.
Yeah.
That would be a bad option.
That would be a bad thing for me.
Yeah.
I might try it sitting down one day because I can't fall very far if I'm sitting and just see how it affects me. But yeah, I haven't tried for the same reason. So, all right, guys. On that note, we got to get out of here.
Yeah.
We don't have to go home, but we got to get the hell out of here. Yeehaw! Good night, everybody. Love you all. Mean it. See you tomorrow, 9 o'clock or Eastern Standard Time.
Yes.
Peace.
Stay up until the morning light, the morning light falls. Come on over. in the sky. Did we ever stop and wondered why we let our love shine all through the night? Just you and me, babe, until the morning light.